Good morning, I'm Steve and welcome to Green Side Up. So looking over the no dig raised beds, we've got a red cabbage down here. This is the summer one as opposed to the winter, and the celeriac, and at the very end we have leeks. This next one is mixed brassicas, and I've got calabrese down this end and broccoli up the other end. They're all going to be cropping now within the next 2 weeks. Got little heads forming now, so it shan't be long. Next bed up, we've got a couple of courgettes. I'm going to take a few off there today. And then we've got the turnips in the middle. We're harvesting and eating those at the moment. And at the end of that bed, which you can't really see, are the golden beetroot. Again, they will be harvested probably in next week, I would think. They're a good size already. I don't like them to get too big. They're ready to come out. Next bed up, apart from the marigolds right at this very near end, we've then got Bedfordshire champion onions. They'll be coming out next week. And then there's a big area where I've taken out my shallots and I've replanted them with some winter brassicas. And at the far end I've got some red onions. They're just normal red barren onions, but we'll be pulling them as big spring onions and we'll be eating them, I should think, starting next week. Next bed up, going up the hill, and we've got, I think these are my second or third lot of spring onions here. These will take over from the red onions in the previous bed when we finished eating the red onions, or we might end up mixing and matching, we'll see. This did have all the lettuces in and beetroot at the far end. They've all been harvested and gone away. And again, we've got winter brassicas in here, and starting from this end we've got cavalliniero, then kale, red Russian, and then some cauliflowers. And I've even put some smaller cauliflower plants in at the other end just to grow on in the soil, and they'll get planted out somewhere else later on. Next bed up the hill now, and this is the carrot boxes, and they're doing well. We will be harvesting from them this week. I might even have a little look in there today, see what we've got, because I'm going to come back down through these no dig beds and do some work on them today. And I don't know, I think there's 5 or 6 different varieties in there. Next bed up, and second from the top, and we've got radishes and lettuces. I sowed the radishes a couple of weeks ago, and the lettuces are planted about a week ago. And the big plants mostly will be coming out. 2 of them are coming out today, they're cauliflowers, and there's a couple more probably ready next week. And then at the far end I've got a mix of cabbages, but they haven't done particularly well, so I don't know, I need to have a good think about them. And the last of the no dig beds, this one's got protection around it, as you can see, and it's my sweet corn. They must be approaching 6 foot now, I think, 6 foot plus. So very pleased with them. Male flowers are coming on them, cobs are starting to form underneath, starting to grow, sorry, not form. So yeah, very pleased with the progress with them. Again, I'm going to take one of the sides off both of those boxes in this next week and get in there and do some weeding. It's not bad, you know, it's a 5-minute job, but prefer to get it done. Right, so here we have the celeriac, and to grow celeriac it's a combination of good rich ground, lots of water, and pruning the plants as well. Now down here you can see these leaves, they're starting to fall over. When they fall over, just pull them down and away, rip them off, but do it in a downward fashion. What you're doing here is you're leaving a scar on the plant. Celeriac is a series of scars. You can see where that's ripping there. That will now fill out as it grows further. And we just prune off all these extra little bits that are lying flat on the ground. Prune them away. I'll do the one behind as well. Then as the good rich ground makes it grow, it will swell that scar and so give you a celeriac bulb. You can see there's one starting to form there now. And as I pull these extra leaves off, leaves a scar, the good rich ground and the water will swell that out and grow your celeriac. And there we go. The plant will continue to grow new leaves from the centre. So every week or 10 days I'll come along, and as the older leaves on the outside start to fall over and then touch the ground, go almost horizontal, I'll rip those off, so making the scarring on the tuber more and giving the celeriac more surface area to fill out by making it bigger, because you're making more scars on the tuber. So that's how you grow them, and every sort of 10 days really, week 10 days from now on until I harvest them, I'll be continually doing that with the outside leaves, and more leaves will continue growing from the inside. So there's a little look after I've been through, tidied it all up, took the weeds out, took some of the falling shoots off down near the what will be the root, and watered it. Right, so I'm just pulling a few turnips up as well today for lunch. So we'll have a look, see what we got in here. Not bad, little ones. So I've got a few there. There we are, a nice little panful for lunch today. Also going to take a couple of these cauliflowers today as well. Right, I've added a couple of cauliflowers and a couple of courgettes to that now, so that's lunch taken care of now, so I'm pretty pleased with that. Right, I've opened one of the carrot boxes. I'm just going to see what we've got down here. These are a purple variety. Yep, they're nice, they'll do for lunch. This is the bed where I've just taken the cauliflowers out from, and I'm sowing some more radish. Another row and a half. These are radish here, I sowed a couple of weeks ago, so keep the continuation going. And this is a French breakfast. Big pack of seeds, that one. It's good to keep the soil working. If it's not working for things that you want it to grow, then it's working for weeds. So bare soil, you really either want to cover it or grow something in it. Out of choice, I'd rather grow something in it. And in a couple of weeks I'll do another couple of rows there. Keep the continuity going. Okay, I'm putting some beetroot in down here. Again, this is all about just keeping the ground working for you, keeping it weed free, keeping plants growing. My usual style. Just dig a hole and chuck your plant in. A can't say green side up this time because they're not really green, are they? I was saying anyway, green side up. So these, I don't know if I said, I can't remember now. These are beetroot. Bottle tidy. I thought I'd found some Detroit beetroot somewhere. I'll have to look into that. There we go, that's another bit of ground covered up. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell selecting all so you don't miss any of my future content when I post it. Also, don't forget to submit your questions to me for the Green Side Up question time, and the email address to send them to is steve.greensideup@gmail.com. In future videos I will do little sections of question time and I will answer your questions that you've asked directly to me, and you can ask them anonymously via the email and I will answer them anonymously too. So that's it for today really. Hope you've enjoyed the little tour of the no dig area and seen what's going on, and the little harvest I took today for lunch today and perhaps tomorrow. So just remains for me to say to stay safe. Look after yourselves, look after your neighbours, and I'll see you next time. Take care all. Ta-ra now.